Good on you.
Welcome to the John Sandwich Show.
Can't believe it's.
I don't look like Bane anymore when I'm going to be talking.
Swear to God, it felt like
What episode
I was
is
drinking
this?
this beer for 2 hours.
We didn't get that on camera.
It's a scam.
Did it touch you? Did it touch you?
Yeah, it made me feel.
John Man's out here
Should
wilding.
we let everyone else in on the conversation?
Computer
If
has
it's too loud, just turn it down, right?
perfect sandwich. Beer on it. Beautiful. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the John Sandwich Show. With you now is Thirsty John. I have Eric, and I have John Man.
Now wet, John Man.
Now
Wet
covered
John
in
Man.
beer. It's all over you.
Yeah, I know.
He opened up a beer, went everywhere. It was amazing.
He timed it perfectly with the. Did
was
you
awesome.
shake it?
No, I didn't shake it. I fucking should
I
have.
thought you did that on
while he was
purpose.
gone. That was actually spectacular. I'm sad we didn't get that on video. It just went.
I know.
You can kind of get just the glistening on his face, though.
It was in
that's
slow
everywhere.
motion. Katy Perry's fireworks started playing. It was great.
Oh my
I thought
gosh.
that was just like some HD remastered version that you put on there. It's like, wow, that was some good audio
It
quality.
was. It sounded
Whoa.
great.
we're using that
High
for now on.
definition audio.
I can't wait to hear it back. It's gonna sound amazing.
Oh my.
I thought we were
Like right
going
in my
3D.
ear.
I thought like freaking it was gonna be like a particle effect to him opening up and
Oh my gosh.
sun's coming at you.
It's like only in one ear because it's stereo sound.
Oh man. Well, that was exciting. If
Yeah.
that didn't wake
Good
you
intro.
up, nothing will.
Yeah, I'm awake now. How you guys doing today?
Doing great,
good.
man.
Dang, did we podcast last week?
We have a podcast out that came out last week. on
Yeah, we
Monday.
did.
Yeah.
We did. Oh, we did podcast.
We're getting proactive.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting pretty active.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trying
We're
to
not
learn.
taking like 3 weeks off.
We're starting to learn how to do things.
Getting the train moving.
We're actually turning into like a more
Special.
weekly podcast instead
Momentum.
of tri-weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learning special tricks on if we're gonna miss a week.
I try weekly.
Stockpiling episodes,
Yeah.
perhaps.
I mean, I think that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I think that's how that's supposed to work.
Yeah.
What do you have going on today, by the way? I think we have to cut the podcast a little short today.
Yeah, not too short. I'm going to the pumpkin patch with some family. We're going to go
nice.
pick out some pumpkins for
I was just there.
Everybody
Yeah.
likes
Here's my
pumpkins.
ticket for it.
Yeah.
Showing it to
at
you.
the Charlton Farms or Carlton.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Lake Stevens. That's where I'm going. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Fun.
Snohomish. Woo.
Yeah, I love that place, man. So we're gonna,
Vanessa's coworker got super hammered there. Well, she's always hammered, but she was extra hammered there. And we were driving to the to this bar, and she gets out right before leaving and steals a pumpkin from the front display.
Oh,
She's
geez.
like,
That
I
sounds
forgot to
like-
get a pumpkin.
That sounds
Let me
like
get a
total
pumpkin.
drunk girl business right
Oh,
there.
Yeah.
was
Just springs out the car randomly, picks up a pumpkin.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I
It's all
remember
covered
being 21.
in dirt. It's not
Yeah.
even a good pumpkin.
So wait, do you go to Carlton Farms or Thomas Farms?
Carlton.
So Carlton
I distinctly
does a
remember being
zombie one,
reminded.
too. I've been to the Thomas one.
Which one's the Thomas one?
I think it's Thomas. It might be Carlton. I don't know. I don't know this.
Is it the
area
one
very
just
well.
like right off
Off the
204?
9?
Yeah. Like right in your off the trestle, you take a left, and it's like
Yeah, but it's like right off the 9 and stuff. They have the pumpkin
Yeah.
patch there. They have like that big barn.
The corn
they
maze.
They do
Well-
zombie paintball there.
is the corn maze still there?
So I might have the
Yeah.
name wrong.
Yeah.
I might have the name wrong.
Just everything
And
costs
they have
so
the
much
pumpkin
money.
blasters, the
Yeah.
shooters. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there like twice. It's a lot of fun.
I mean, it's pretty close to your old house.
Harvest festivals.
It's
They're all over the place.
yeah,
here.
it's pretty tight. So what they do is they put you on like this. You're getting pulled by a tractor on
Oh,
these
yeah.
little trolleys. You go around. You have a paintball, and you can shoot at like high school kids that are freezing their ass off, and they're crying, and you're just like pat 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 pat. They're trying to be zombies. You're like, but it's like raining and it's all sad.
I wonder if they get a hazard
Yeah.
pay
They're
for that.
blasting music.
They're blasting music. It's great. It's like the class system at work. It's fabulous.
Someone there was saying, like, I hope they get paid well. And I'm like, they probably volunteered for this.
Yeah.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
They don't
Fucking-
pay people.
Probably get paid in school credits or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Like,
is your
you can
theater
eat
class.
here.
This is your theater class fucking end report. You have to be a zombie and get shot up by paintballs to
Yeah.
pass your theater class.
And in exchange, you get one basket of fries
Yeah.
at the end of the night.
They look
Hey.
miserable is my point, but I didn't feel the least
They
bit
look
bad
like they were having
about
fun.
shooting them in the face.
But the thing is, man, a teenager and a bucket of fries, that goes a long way.
It does go a long way. Shit.
Fucking long way.
They have good beer there too. I think it's pretty regularly priced too. Normally when you go to these things, they fucking mock up the alcohol like crazy, but I think it's pretty fair.
Paid $8 for a Mac.
Oh,
But it's about the same.
yeah, it's about
It's like a bar.
You get like $2 extra more probably, but I guess you're paying for the ambiance.
Yeah.
Yes. The ambiance was lovely. Because
That's
you're in a
good, man.
barn and it's red and it's nice and other people.
Yeah,
We were in the beer garden, so there weren't any like little asshole kids.
They have,
but
those
they
tall,
were-
they have those tall space heaters out too. It's lovely.
Every 15 minutes or so, there'd be a kid on the fence that went, Dad! Like clockwork.
That's
Right.
awesome.
Are you done?
Dad?
I need money. And they're just like, back turned.
Yeah. Well, it's like
I
to
don't
be
hear
an
them.
adult.
That's probably someone else's kids.
We don't do the
It was
pumpkin
fun,
patch shit anymore. Fucking all it does is get people all muddy and dirty.
Yeah.
They're taking muddy, dirty
It's
kids back
super
into the
muddy
car and
here.
the house. It's a nightmare.
They
Yeah.
have them even down south as El Paso, and it was not that muddy.
Yeah.
Like you just kind of pick up a pumpkin, but
Yeah.
here it's like you gotta
Yeah,
be
you're like-
wearing the
You're slopping through mud pretty much. It's horrible.
the rubber
Your
overalls.
waiters.
yeah, waiters. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
The picking cranberry
Mhm.
overalls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely muddy here. I mean, it doesn't help that it's rained fucking forever.
Fucking A. It is October, people.
It's like that
It
swamp
is.
scene in Mad Max Fury Road. When they're in the swamp and they're all
Yes.
stuck. It's like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
good movie. Good film.
It was a good film, man.
That'd be a good showing on the John Man Home Theater probably.
It is.
Be a good
It's
experience.
a very good show.
We should do the black and white.
Should.
Apparently,
Is it better?
the director says
More
that he
noirish.
shot it
Yes.
with the intention of it being in black and white.
Nice.
Yeah, I watched the black and white Logan.
I did too. I liked it.
Yeah, so did
I
I.
did.
It looks more HD
Mm-hmm.
when it's in black and white.
Yeah.
I don't know, like you see more detail in like faces and
You guys see the
Characters
newest,
and stuff.
You guys see the newest fucking Picard trailer?
Yeah.
This shit looks fucking legit.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it looks way too legit, man. Like, I'm excited, to say
so
the
I'm
least.
confused. Is Data or Data?
Data's dead.
He's dead, and he's
Yeah.
just
He seems like he's kind of a
in the
vision,
background.
maybe.
Yeah.
Like, maybe
He's like
not
his-
really
Yeah.
there.
it's his
Yeah.
guilt manifested.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what it's
Yeah.
going to be,
Yeah.
and I like that. And I think I got more excited than I thought I ever could have been seeing fucking Riker and Troy again.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like,
I know, man.
So,
They're doing it right, man.
yeah, yeah.
how did C-3PO die?
It feels like fan service done right so far.
Fuck out of here.
Pretty
I mean,
much, Data
How did he
is
die?
he's pretty much android Jesus, and he sacrificed himself
At
at the end of Insurrection. Is that what it was?
Was that
Nemesis.
the final episode?
Nemesis. It's
It-
when Picard
It was
fight-
the final movie,
yeah,
yeah.
it's when Picard fights Bane.
Oh, Bane.
Yeah, Tom
I don't get
Hardy
that.
was playing
Picard,
Picard's twin.
but a Picard raised in a prison.
Yep.
He's pretty much the story. It's pretty much the storyline of The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh. When did that come out?
2005?
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Oh, that was around the time when what's that same guy Tom Hardy did that one prison movie where he was that world's most dangerous.
Oh, Bronson?
prisoner.
Bronson, that movie's
Yeah.
fucking crazy, man.
That insane.
I
dude.
highly recommend. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that out there, go see Bronson.
It was pre super buff Tom
Yeah.
Hardy. It was like
Yeah.
He was
super
pretty.
skinny.
He was pretty tiny and thin.
Yeah.
Young man. He was a
Yeah.
young man.
Young man.
Yeah, but the Picard trailer looks amazing. I'm excited for it, man. Even like the new Discovery trailer. Have you seen that one? That looks really good too.
Is that season 2 or
Season three. Yeah.
season 3 already?
I
I
gotta
haven't seen a
catch up.
single episode.
You haven't?
And I want
You
to.
should because
I
it's
think I'm
great.
just gonna have to
I could talk
download
about
it
but you haven't watched
legally.
it, so
and pay for it.
I just got charged again for CBS All Access, and I'm not even using it. I'm literally just keeping it for Picard.
yeah.
Keep paying for Funimation. I'm
Yes.
using your. I'm
Oh, are
using
you?
Alexis.
Okay, good. It's still
That one is still
it's
being
still
used.
on. Okay, good. I don't think she uses that much. I asked her about it too. She's like, sometimes. Or I think that's what she. My Hero Academia just came out or something.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, she's back into it.
has Cowboy Bebop on
Kids
there.
love those animes. Cowboy Bebop's cool. I've seen that.
Yeah. Some old Inuyasha type stuff. Stuff that's less like sexual.
Yeah. Will you be having
There's a
any?
lot of trash on there,
Yeah.
I will say.
My daughter says I have a knack for walking into the room. Like she's like, it's like action scene, action scene, action scene. And then like when I come in to do something, she's like, you have like this knack of coming in, like right when you come in, boobs, anime boobs. In my face.
How else are young adolescent
Right.
kids gonna notice?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's just a dad thing in general, man.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm like, what are you watching?
For sure. No matter. Excuse me.
Hold
No
it
matter
down,
what
John.
I'm watching, my parents in high school would always come in at the worst possible
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
No matter what it was, anime, action, or if it was like a podcast. Right when they walk in, it's like,
They had podcasts when you were a kid?
yeah,
Really?
yeah. Those YouTube podcast, visual podcast.
That is such an awkward moment too, and not even just like when you're watching something by yourself. Like if you're watching a movie with your parents and stuff, and
Yeah.
like when you're a kid,
Oh, yeah.
it's like a sex scene comes on, and everybody's just quiet and like not acknowledging what's happening on screen. You're just like looking around, like,
Yeah. Well,
what is happening?
I remember like my fuck, it's all wet down here, man. Gosh damn it.
Here's a good question for you guys.
Can we get a napkin?
What is?
Oh, it's
I'm
all
sure
good,
we
man.
all remember. What are the first pair of breasts you've ever seen in your life?
Oh, like on movie or just
in a movie.
Probably my
in a
mom's
movie.
from being
From when you were
breastfed.
breastfed, yeah. I guess that's everybody's first.
Yeah.
I'd say a movie.
I think
Okay.
First time
A
you've seen
movie.
breasts other than your mom's. And
I
if it's a
think
person
You're gonna love
and
this.
not a movie, go ahead, say it. Just the first pair of breasts, not your mother's.
Three boobied lady from Total Recall.
I guess that is true, isn't it? Yeah.
I probably have to say
That
that.
was the one that my dad was like, "Oh, you can see it. It's hilarious. She has three
That's
tits."
just their tits. You're gonna love this kid.
I think shit, what was that movie like?
John, come sit here with
The
me. You're gonna
future's
love
beautiful.
Oh shit, I don't remember, man. It was like one of those 80s. Like in the 80s,
Some 80s
man.
movie.
Every movie had tits in it.
Yeah,
It
for
could have
sure.
also been some kind of like 80s horror movie, like
Yeah.
Aliens or Predator.
That's mine. I remember mine because I was one of those kids that every time I went to the video store, I always rented the same thing. And my mom was finally like fed up, and she's like, "You gotta watch something different." I think like I always did like Weird Science and the Karate Kid or something.
Was
Which
Weird
actually,
Science have boobs in it?
Boobs in it.
Okay.
Just for a split second.
I was gonna say I think I remember Weird Science, but I was like, I don't know if that has boobs.
Yeah, it's like side.
Is it like a dark haired girl?
No, it's I believe it's at the end of the movie. There's a girl playing the piano and she gets sucked up into the fire.
Maybe I watched the Skinamax version of Weird Science.
Yeah, when she's flying out, she's got her boobs out, but it's like really far away. I don't know. Maybe mine's Revenge of the Nerds. I don't know. There's a lot of tits in that. But,
I can tell you the
yeah.
first time I saw like genitals in a movie and I was like shocked, which was Predator 2. And it was even more shocking because they were hung up upside down, all like bled dry by the Predator.
That
And
is off-putting.
you could see like his junk and her boobs and stuff. And I
What
was
about
like
Porky's?
shocked.
Porky's, yeah.
That was
Porky's got some
NC-17
breasts in
stuff.
there.
Yeah.
Mine is Toxic Avenger. That because I kept renting the same movie, mostly probably Karate Kid. My mom made me rent Toxic Avenger, which I didn't even want to see. So then she sat me down, put on the movie, and went about like cleaning the house or whatever. And I'm like a little kid there, and there's like a sex scene going on where they're like, I still remember it to this day, like freaking clear as day, where this guy's giving it to this girl in the locker room, doggy style. And it's like they're like going at it, and her boobs are just ba. And my mom walks into the room, and I'm just there like, she runs and comes, shuts it off. It is amazing.
Is this what you wanted, Mom?
Mom, you're right. I love this movie.
You were right.
And then after that, like every time you went to the video store, Toxic Adventure.
Toxic Avenger. More of that, Mom.
No, let's do that again. Let's do that again. I remember sitting watching like the first season of Family Guy with my parents, and like it was when Peter was doing the toy. He was like a toy worker or whatever.
Yes.
And then he was trying to invent a new toy, and he took a dildo and made it a cucumber, and it was the dancing cucumber, right? Like on the table. And I remember watching with my parents, going like, "Am I supposed to know what this is yet? Because this is fucking hilarious," you know?
I love Family Guy. I love all those shows, all those Fox shows.
Oh yeah,
They're all pretty good.
even The Simpsons.
Yeah, I do like them.
Yeah.
There's some funny shit in there. Like I just saw this one frame online, or like this GIF of Marge going, "Bart, no!" Or it's like, I'm right here. Oh, sorry, force of habit.
Okay.
And
I haven't
It made me
seen
laugh so
The
hard.
Simpsons in years, but
Yeah, neither have I.
I've heard stuff like on the internet that they're not what they used to be. But
it's
when I
kinda
was
just
watching, it was
nothing.
funny.
Well, after like 30 years,
Yeah.
is anything really what it used to be? I mean, look at wrestling.
It's all
Yeah,
pop culture
true.
references
Yeah.
in The Simpsons now.
Well, I think that's how Family Guy's made it so long. It's just like they've been doing pop culture references forever. And fucking South Park too, man. That's all they do
Yeah.
is pop culture like
Oh,
parodies.
yeah, like
you know,
news now.
it's just all satire. I watched this one version, not version, but like this one clip from South Park to where everyone has a gun.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen that?
I think so.
Oh, dude, it's so hilarious because like they have an argument and one person pulls out the gun and they're like, "Well, motherfucker," and then they pull out a gun and all of a sudden they're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa," and then like the whole end of the like, they resolve all their conflicts and it like ends in this big, huge like arena, and then everyone has a gun pointed at everybody and like trying to blame everybody for everyone's like misfortunes, and then they all realize that guns is solving everyone's problems because everyone will listen.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, just live in harmony for,
Utopia.
Yeah.
They all live in
It's
harmony.
like, man,
Because
these
of
things,
guns.
why didn't we have these things earlier?
See, they just got banned in China.
Yeah, all that Chinese stuff.
Yeah, for that Chinese episode. I've seen a couple of the new South Parks. It still seems pretty funny.
Yeah.
A lot of Chinese stuff going on.
Yeah.
You heard about the NBA and stuff?
Yeah.
That going on.
Fucking LeBron.
LeBron just being like, it ain't my problem.
Ain't my problem, man. Fucking.
Well, it's because he has a huge Chinese market. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
That's why it's not his problem. He doesn't give about the fucking people in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
He just cares about his money in the market.
Sad.
Yep. How to sell himself to
Well, I mean,
young people.
that's when you like, you have to like sit down and look at yourself. It's like, is my money worth like the prosperity of millions and millions of people? And obviously to him it is.
Yeah. I mean, that's tough to say because I'm sure he's got his money and shit. I mean, I don't know everything. He probably has like 19 kids or whatever. I think he's got a lot, right?
Does he? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I might be thinking of somebody else.
I know he has one at least.
Is he a Kardashian?
Maybe Charles.
Then I don't know.
I would just imagine when
fucking
you
care.
when you get to that point, because like he makes millions and millions
Yeah.
upon millions of dollars.
In the hundreds of millions.
Yes, when you get to that point, I would imagine your legacy should probably.
You should focus more on like the philanthropy and
Yeah.
legacy. Are you going to
Yeah.
be an icon or are you just going to be some like
Money
fucking
grabber.
Yeah.
Money grabber. Yeah.
Yeah. What a fucking asshole, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he has so much
Sucks.
fucking money. He could be putting it towards good.
Yeah.
But, obviously he
Yeah.
doesn't give a shit about that.
Yeah. And the John
it's such a
Sandwich's
small
opinions are just our own.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're backing LeBron on this one.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Shoehorn that word in there
Allegedly.
for the lawyer.
Yeah. I don't think we have enough listeners yet. Let's wait.
Yeah.
Let's wait a little bit longer and then.
Yeah. Ask for forgiveness, not for permission.
And let's get off China because we could probably use that market money. Fucking get ourselves.
Yeah, you know how many people are there?
Yeah.
You know how much money's in China? You crazy?
Get
Don't say
ourselves
shit
some
about
new
that.
microphones.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Now we're the monsters.
Dude, it's crazy how our
See how easy that was,
Yeah.
chat?
our
And scene.
yeah let's put it there. Yeah, we were about to get political, and I don't know if it's late enough in the day.
Eric
for
was
political.
playing LeBron.
Mm-hmm. We don't have enough time to get political today.
Yeah, no, we do not.
There's not enough time. There's not enough beer.
Or do we? What do we have to talk about?
We have a lot to talk about, man. Like, what'd you guys do last weekend?
I went to the pumpkin patch, like I said. And
cool.
I went to the haunted house, and the only thing that was scary, none of it was scary, but they did have this one thing where they had this smoke screen at the bottom, and they added these lasers to kind of like cut off the smoke visually. Like the smoke wasn't actually cut off, but it was just highlighted at this one particular level using the light, and you couldn't see beneath it, and it was only like a foot tall, and I'm just like walking through, and some lady dressed as a mummy like pops out of that,
Wow.
and it scared the absolute shit out of me. I was like, that was some high quality scares right there. That's not
Whoa.
popping out of a corner,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
or like
terrifying.
opening a hatch. I was like, that
That was
was
way terrifying.
Dude,
that was good.
like my uncle
I'll
and
give you
I,
that
and
one.
like our whole his whole neighborhood, we used to build like a huge fucking haunted house every year, like from scratch.
That's cool.
Like each room had a theme, and it went into like small, hallways and shit. And we're not doing it this year, but maybe next year.
It was
That's pretty
awesome.
tight.
Yeah, we used to do that every year. It was so fun, man.
It was the
like,
best.
like
I'm gonna do that.
we had all the adult scares and stuff. So like we spend like the whole day just like scaring little fucking kids,
Little children.
in the stuff.
Oh,
Dude, it was so awesome, man.
Dude, I miss that. When I'm a homeowner, I want like a big front yard so I could put like a haunted house or own like a barn or something. I don't know.
Dude, we fucking built
That's
that shit
fun.
from scratch. So what we did is we built walls, right? We built like, they were probably 12 feet by maybe 15, 20 feet long, 12 feet high, 15, 20 feet long. And we had probably about like 30 or 40 of those. And they were just like the studded walls that they're portable. So we were able to manipulate like all the rooms and stuff. And, dude, it was so awesome. Then we just like tarped it. And made it like a makeshift roof so like it didn't get too wet in there, and just like we had a bunch of scene setter, a bunch of like Halloween decorations. It was fucking like legit.
Shit. When you're touching a lot of lives when you do that stuff, because I still remember houses that went above and beyond when I was a kid. Stuff. So fucking kids remember that shit.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be curious to see like how many people are lining up at their house since they're not doing it this year. And just like the disappointment was like, oh man, no haunted house this year.
Sad.
I mean, it sucks, but like there's reasons behind it's not happening. It's a very long story and everything. But like there are also a point to where it gets so big to it almost becomes a liability.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you don't want people to get hurt.
I mean, because dude, there was hundreds and hundreds of people going through there on Halloween Day.
Yeah, at that point, it's a business with no license. Yeah,
Well, we weren't charging though,
that's true.
so it's technically
But-
not a business.
Is it a service?
It's not a service, not charging. They're not getting anything
They're
out of it.
simply walking around your
This
yard.
isn't a courtroom here.
Yeah.
Did you or did you not accept payment?
We accepted donations, motherfucker.
It was free donations.
The Mann
Didn't even
family
ask.
are corrupt. That's what I'm about. We're gonna have fucking some interviews here, some testimony.
You heard it here first.
That's just my millennial brain because that's what it is these days. Is you get sued for shit.
Yeah,
You
do.
have a lemonade stand, you get shut down by the police.
People sue for everything now.
I think the only thing that wasn't legit was, I think the structure was technically big enough to where it could have needed a permit every year, like a building permit.
Dang, that's pretty big.
Yeah, I mean there was like,
Got you now, motherfucker.
yeah. I'll show you guys a video. Oh shit, maybe. Fuck it. It'll take too long to find it.
What is the video though?
It's like
So if
YouTube
someone
video,
wants
like a
to-
walkthrough in it.
Oh, okay.
Fuck it off.
Like a walkthrough of the haunted house.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll bring it up.
Yeah, I'll pop it up.
We'll talk about.
I mean, I guess since we're talking about Halloween, might as well.
Yeah.
I fucking love Halloween. It's my favorite.
Oh wait, hold on. I did do something last weekend though.
Oh, did
Went to
you?
Oktoberfest.
Oh, yes.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I
Leavenworth.
saw you in
Yeah.
Lederhosen.
Every year, man. Those are like, so our Lederhosen, like people call them a costume, to us is not a costume. It's our beer drinking uniform.
Yes.
It's
yes.
a
Yeah, we do it every single year, 5 years in a row.
sacred garb.
Where'd you guys go?
Leavenworth.
Leavenworth, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They do like Oktoberfest, I think the first 3 weekends of October.
Nice, nice.
So yeah, amazing time. Again, they have like these fucking great bands. Some of them are like during the day they play like more traditional German music, like drinking
Polka.
music and polka and all that stuff. Fun stuff. And then
Nice.
like at like 8 o'clock, it goes like full like fucking cover band style with like some zicky zaki, oh, and just fucking gets the crowd pumped up and
Nice.
drinking and shit. It's fucking awesome. We rent like a big, huge fucking 10-bedroom cabin every year, like an Airbnb, rent that.
Yeah.
And like 12 of us go in a van. We drink on the way up there.
That's
We're
tight.
drinking on the, oh dude, it's so amazing, man.
Do you ever think about that time I burned you when we were up there in Leavenworth together?
Literally.
I think about it all the time. Every time I walk past that place, it's like that's the
Did you roast your ass?
that is the first time I remember Eric fucking me over.
It was the first. Definitely wasn't the last, baby.
You have to go more in depth than this.
Oh no.
Did you get roasted or?
No, we stopped by this this was it like a hot sauce place?
Yeah, it was like a sauce place.
Yeah, so it's a sauce place, all these different sauces, you get like a little pretzel and you dip it in. And freaking there's like the hottest one there.
Yeah.
And freaking I was like, "Ooh, dipping in here." And I was like, I turned to John, man. I'm like, "Here, try this." Without thinking twice, this guy just opens his mouth, because he trusts the shit out of me. He's
He
like,
trusts you.
Eric's not gonna fucking fuck me over, do anything wrong. I trust this guy with my life. I'm gonna go to open it up. Opens up, takes it. I think it probably ruined a couple hours of his day. It was so goddamn hot.
Well, the thing is, I stuck it like right in the middle back of my tongue.
It's not like he wasn't prepared for something that hot, you know. Like you can prepare your mouth and beforehand and stuff, make sure it doesn't touch any vital parts.
Yeah, it's like
I just fucking grabbed it. All right, man.
It,
Must be
it
good.
like gum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking
You can
terrible.
get fucked up just taking a sip of soda when you think you're taking a sip of water or something like that.
I still think
You're
about
like,
that.
So, dude, I was like on fire for like 2 fucking hours, man.
I still feel bad about that.
Yeah.
classic prank.
When I say my prayers at night, I bring that up. I'm like, and Lord, forgive me.
When you eat your vitamins and
Look
say your
over
prayers.
John Man.
for fucking over John Man that one time.
Look over John Man's butt.
No, it was
It's gonna be hot.
Oktoberfest, man. I don't know if you guys have the listeners or viewers or whatever you're doing have ever been there, but Leavenworth, Washington is like a Bavarian town, and I guess right in the middle of Washington State. It's like
Good
bordering into
It's beautiful.
Eastern Washington. Yeah, dude, it's beautiful. Like it's a great summer destination.
It's
too.
like a little slice of Europe.
Yeah.
If you squint really hard, you swear that you're there.
And you delete the super huge fat people from your vision. Boom.
Yep.
Europe.
The only thing I could liken it to is like a land at Disneyland. It doesn't look real. It's like
It's a bit of
it's
amazing. Actually, dude, you don't even have to squint that hard because everything around there is just mountains, and that's probably something you'd see in Europe.
Mountains at that.
You know, it's fucking amazing there. Like the setting, even all the hotels, the Starbucks is Bavarian themed.
Yeah.
Everything is Bavarian themed.
It's cool.
Awesome. It's a great summer destination if you're just like want to hang out for a weekend.
I went there like 2 years ago, I think, not for Oktoberfest, but just like an Airbnb. Went with some of Emily's friends, and they just, I think they go out there every so often to just go drink, I guess, and jacuzzi. I ended up having to work the whole weekend. I had to like bring my laptop and work the whole time, but god damn,
sucks, man.
It wasn't beautiful.
Yeah, at least you could work in a nice area. If you have a nice area, send it to us at the John Sandwich Show too.
Please do. Tell us all about your nice areas. We like areas.
It's hard to beat Washington though. When you go on Reddit and stuff, all these like nature pics, at least 50% of them are in Washington.
For sure.
You guys want to see the video?
For sure.
Highly
I will.
good looking.
It's someone's YouTube video. I mean, it's my uncle's. So.
It's like
It's your uncle's. He's not
It's like
gonna
I
sue
keep
us.
telling everybody. Washington is shitty. Don't move here. It sucks.
It's
you
awful.
don't want anything to do with this place.
You want sound or no sound? Actually, I don't. Let's not do sound because I don't know if you put music in there. That
Yeah, it's 3 days grace behind it or something. Get flagged immediately. Let's start a riot.
All right.
Oh, that's spooky already. So for those listening on the audio right now, we have a man walking towards
A
some
flashing
strobe
light.
lights. Now the screen has gone dark.
Moon.
The
So
moon
yeah. So this is
sparks
2017.
spark
This is
over.
all like we've built this shit. It's awesome.
Wow.
Slow motion. Metal work.
Very Texas Chainsaw Massacre type thing happening here.
Oh yeah, the fire department actually showed up because all the fog. So, but it's cool that they did. And
Dude, they got
it
a
gives it
nice shot.
more
They took
realization.
advantage
It
of that.
does, yeah.
This YouTube channel is the Wandering Explorer. You could subscribe to his channel.
Let's grab it up. Dang, this looks pretty good quality so far.
I feel freaked.
I mean, the fact that the fire department showed up because of the fog
Yeah,
says
it's
that
wild.
you really sold the experience.
So yeah, we built all this shit.
That's cool.
This was my room. The white room is the one I always built. That was me.
White room.
Oh, that's you. The clown.
See how I just blend in?
Oh, yeah.
Dang, so you've done
That's
this.
not unlike
you've
the
done
lady
this on
who scared the
Halloween
shit out of
last
me.
couple nights,
Me?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't do this.
but the last couple of times.
Oh yeah, we've been
Halloween,
like 4 years in a
dang.
row. Yeah,
Whoa.
this is the first year in a long time we're not going to be doing it.
This is like some Universal Studios type shit.
Yeah.
Dude, like we
Dude,
go.
those are high
like,
quality. I love those. I was surprised at the acting that
I
went
mean-
on in those.
I mean, can you believe like that we built this shit? I mean, it
Can't
takes
believe
like
it, man.
3-4 weeks to build.
And is this just like in a front yard?
Yeah, it's like in a front driveway, and then it's some like there's a side yard that we like push people to too.
Pretty big property.
Yeah,
A lot of big yards out here in Washington.
yeah.
So
This is in Idaho?
viewers now.
Huh?
This is in Idaho?
No, this is just down the street.
Oh, okay.
That is pretty nice, you know.
Hell
You
yeah.
and your family are from Idaho, and you guys all pretty much live pretty close to each other out here now.
Yeah. No, it is pretty nice, man. It's nice to have some family here.
Nice. So you found an empty tortilla bag on your lawn?
I did. I went to walk my kid to school, and when I came back, I found an empty tortilla bag in my lawn, and I did not throw away tortillas that day. They were totally different. I think I usually get like Mission, and these are Guerrero, so it's like from somebody else's yard. Granted, it has been windy lately.
Did you go to Emily and like, who you been bringing around here?
What other Mexicans you be seeing?
I know I don't buy Mission.
First thing I thought of was, is this a hate crime? Like, are people trying to tell me something? Get out.
Get out of town.
Get out.
So if you want to see the
Guerrero.
rest of the video, go to Wandering Explorer. It's there.
Yeah.
But so yeah, this
What was
tortilla.
the name of the video? So they could just like
Kenmore Haunted House 2017.
search. Okay. Kenmore.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kenmore.
So
Haunted
they know.
House 2017. So this tortilla bag.
Yeah. It's not that interesting of a story. Nothing like that.
I mean,
This is a hate crime. Eric,
was a hate
take
crime,
it seriously.
I found
You need
an
to tell us all the
empty
details.
Guerrero tortilla bag in my lawn.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, it was just
Eddie.
sitting there too. Sitting there, staring at me in the face. And I was like, I immediately looked around. I'm like, what message is somebody trying to send me right now?
you know, when you find stuff like that in your yard, not just tortilla bag or whatever, but when you find weird stuff, does it kind of freak you out?
It does.
Because like in my driveway, a month or two ago during summertime, I found a fucking library card
Yeah.
in the driveway. I was like,
Oh,
who
really?
the fuck is this?
Who in the hell?
Do you have a library card?
No.
Exactly. Who the fuck
Eric
has a library card?
I have a library card.
Maybe it was yours. I threw it away. It freaked me out. And then I saw like a big, huge piece of like chewed gum, like thrown out. I was like, no one eats this much gum in my house. Like, who the fuck's been in my yard?
Some library going gum chewing
You know, it's
vagrant
like when
is
you see
hanging
weird
out.
shit in your yard, it's like that's unusual. You're like, who the fuck's
Yeah.
been in here?
Yeah.
You know?
We have like a lot of mail thefts in our area. We had to end up buying like a mailbox with a lock on it.
Mhm.
And then plus we're part of like a whole neighborhood watch thing. There's like a lot of reports of nefarious people around and stuff. You know, it's people hanging out. So yeah.
The kids.
So every time something like that happens, I go like, what the hell? Like we found a bag of weed in our driveway before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So immediately I'm like, was the kids? Like, what's the hell? Like, will one of the kids bring weed right here?
Did you smoke it or throw it away?
It was like an old bag of weed. Like Emily was like, this is like from the 70s or something. It was like really
Some guy
old.
probably reached under his seat and was like, oh God.
Yeah,
And just tossed it
it was
out.
very aged, but it was like right in the driveway. I was like, weird, man.
That is weird.
Strange.
Huh. Yeah, it's weird seeing weird stuff in your driveway, man. Like, it freaks me out. Like, I've seen, like, half-eaten sandwiches in my fucking front
What?
yard.
Really?
Yeah, dude. It's like, who the fuck didn't eat the rest of their sandwich?
That's weird.
And who the fuck, like...
What's odd, too, is because we both live in a cul-de-sac. Like,
Yeah.
who the fuck is coming here dropping sandwiches off? Like,
Yeah.
the fuck? Are you trying to tell me?
Yeah. No, it's, and
your
I live in a
FBI
weird
agent.
cul-de-sac because, like, mine comes... Like, my driveway is, like, almost like a private driveway.
Mm-hmm.
So it freaks me out more because it's, like, it's more
Susceptible.
Susceptible?
there we go. To, like...
Accessible?
Accessible, too. Well, not accessible, but, like, it's hidden. It's hidden.
Yeah, it's
It's
way
hidden, but also accessible.
Yeah.
So it's susceptible.
It's
Susceptible.
susceptible.
We can't speak here. But, you know, because I have had, a car stolen out of my driveway before.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Did
That
you
almost
really?
seems like
Yeah.
premeditated.
Fuck, man.
Like, who the fuck comes in
Yeah.
to a cul-de-sac and be like, I'm just going to steal, while I'm here, I'll just steal this car.
Yeah, exactly, man.
fucking weird.
It is weird. So, like, now, anytime I see something weird that's like, you know, half-eaten sandwich or like a big, huge piece of chewed gum or a fucking library card,
Yeah.
it's like, who the fuck was here, man?
It's that same feeling you get when somebody fucking turns around in your driveway. And it's like,
Yeah.
who the fuck is this? Fucking
Yeah.
Like,
turn
keep
around my
walking.
driveway.
You know, I'm not blaming this company or person. This is just a theory. But I just found it weird that I ordered Uber Eats and 2 days later there was a car stolen out of my driveway.
What?
Mm.
I'm not blaming.
I would.
So you think he saw the car and was like, mm-hmm.
I just
And
found
came back
I just
later.
found a little suspicious.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
You know, first time ordering Uber Eats.
Car was it? What kind of
It
car?
was my old roommate's Kayla. You remember Kayla? She had a gold Toyota Camry, which is that's stealable, right? It's so easy to steal.
It was old.
It was like 90s.
Oh yeah, easily latched, I imagine.
Now they broke out the window and then
Damn.
fucking tore off the shifter lock key and then hot wired it.
I imagine in this day and age, just like
Even
how
a 90s one,
fucking
that'd be hard.
on point everything is.
Not hard.
If you know
like,
what
I feel like it should have been hard.
Well,
I
the
imagine
thing
these days stealing cars would be hard. Like the steal
Like a
cars that sell
modern-
them. Yeah,
no,
like
dude, it's
modern
actually
cars.
easier than you think, man.
Yeah.
It's just as easy to steal a modern car as it is a fucking old car. Well, it's really easy to get past the key lock. You know how your steering wheel locks. It's really easy to get past that. It's really easy to get past the shifter lock. If you know what you're doing, and it's pretty easy to hotwire a car.
I saw this one video of a guy showing how the steering wheel lock on I think a Chevy like Cruze, how it's 100% useless. He's like, okay, I've locked the steering wheel, and he just went snap, and it broke, and he was able to use it.
So actually,
That
like
lock instantly broke.
one of the best ways for like anti-theft cars is like in Chevys in like the early 2000s had chips in them, chips in their keys, and those can't be like replicated.
Oh, so you had to have the chip and the key together.
Yeah. Which
I
I
think,
don't know why
like,
they
Ford
stopped
did
doing
that.
that. I don't know why they stopped doing that, but they did. So anyway, cars now, since they're all fucking remote start, people could have like Wi-Fi. They could go to your where your key ring is if you put your key ring by your door, and they could actually steal the RFID transmitter that transmits to open up your car, and then copy it onto their computer, and then go, and then there'll be someone down there like by the car getting like with a fake key, and they'll just like use the transmission from the iPad or the computer, and it will transmit to their key that they have, this mock key, and then open your doors and then steal the car.
The ingenuity on this is amazing. Like you would imagine these people could put that creativity to other things, more positive things.
Absolutely, man. You know, like what people do to steal shit, like if they put that towards positive shit, like, dude, our world would be
a better
so
place.
much better.
Yeah, man.
What I'm saying is all criminals of the world unite to make this world a better place.
Absolutely, because they're the most genius motherfuckers ever, man.
Exactly.
Like these guys know what they're doing. Like they think of they're like engineers, man.
Yeah.
They're engineers, like thinking of like really cool ways to steal people's shit. It's like, dude, like think of really cool ways to, other things that like we need in this world.
Yeah, cure cancer.
If
man.
you can
Don't
do
steal my
that-
car, cure cancer.
Yeah.
If you can do that, start a security analysis company and be like, I can fucking do this right now,
Right.
and
Well,
give me
it
money to
goes
solve
beyond
it,
that,
you
man.
know?
Like these people are problem solvers, man.
Could you walk into a place,
Patch it up.
walk into a business and be like, look, I've stolen like hundreds of cars in my day. Hire me, and I could teach you how to make these cars
I
unstealable.
guarantee.
No, you know why?
Mercedes-Benz does
You know why? Because the next generation of car thefts will break that
That's true.
just as quick, man.
That's true.
You got to keep up with the bad guys. That's what Batman does.
That's right.
You got to keep up with them.
You got to think like a criminal.
Yeah, it's
It's
crazy,
just like
man.
hacking. Like you patch it up, and another one comes along, but it's probably going to be at least 1% harder to do. Therefore, 1% less people are.
It's just like the hackers during Christmas. That every single year for 3 days, the PlayStation, Xbox servers go down because people are assholes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And just want to ruin Christmas for everyone.
Dude, remember when PSN went down for like
6 months.
6 months?
Yeah.
Because they couldn't bring it back up.
Yeah, that was pretty shitty.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's pretty
Glad that
impressive
doesn't happen.
criminality, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you see videos and stuff of I saw this one video of this husky lady stealing a package off of they had like the whole door cam thing. This lady comes in, takes a package and starts running, and then like she's like so heavy set that she like tips over and like breaks her leg or whatever and like falls, stuff like that. That's giving criminals a bad name, I think. You don't need that. That's bad PR for the criminals.
Dude, speaking
I think
of-
that's just desperation.
Yeah.
There's a difference between desperation and like criminals.
Yeah. That's not organized crime. That's just I'm gonna steal some shit
Yeah.
so I can pay my rent. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of hacking, I was at. Oh man, should I even tell the story? I think it's too. It's too much.
You brought it up
my
now.
business is business.
Are we gonna get hacked if you?
No,
tell the
we won't
story?
get hacked, but I don't want to. Well, I'll just say it. So
Anonymous.
they don't know where we
Leave
work
us alone.
anyway, so,
yeah. Okay.
A few people, you might have gotten this, got an email.
We get
from,
hacked sometimes. Like
yeah.
our shit is going down. We get hacked sometimes.
But a lot of people got an email, including myself, that said it was sent from some other foreign like contractor, and it said like, you're gonna fucking try and attack and hack a security firm. Fuck you, motherfucker. And said like this, I'm coming for you, and I hope you die, and stuff. And it was sent to thousands, or like at least a dozen people, I imagine.
At least a dozen people.
Well, like I thought I was gonna say like the whole company, but obviously not. If you guys didn't get it, so. But yeah, someone got onto the server and sent out a mass email, basically saying that, I guess, allegedly our company hacked something, but our company, I guess, would never do that ever.
Keep talking.
But it was wild. I was
It's
like,
crazy.
other people got this right because it says, I hope you die.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be blamed
dude,
for anything I didn't do.
Hackers are crazy. So I knew this guy that, let's just say he works at a bureau, and he is a hacker for the bureau, right? I don't know which one. But like during his college days, his one of his really good friends, his company in Florida were having computer problems, and all this stuff. So in Idaho, he hacked into all of the Florida servers, fixed their computer problems from Idaho from hacking into their servers.
Whoa.
It's like what people could do with computers is fucking him. And that was like fucking
Years ago.
like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, think about how advanced people are now.
Seriously.
And the thought that like all of our banking information and like all of our personal lives and everything is always
All digitally
on, like digital, it's kind of scary.
Yeah. It's like, what if there's like what happened in Blade Runner is the blackout where everything gets deleted.
Yeah.
It's like, what if someone just decides to hack Chase Bank and deletes everything? Like,
Yeah.
where's the record of that?
Yeah.
I certainly hope there's like some kind of record.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Because how do you get that money back? How would you possibly like account for everything?
That is a big problem with digital currency.
Gotta have backups for backups for backups.
You know, back then in like the 90s, before, and even like the early 2000s, like people usually still carried around cash, and they had checkbooks to withdraw. Like you could always withdraw, you know, your money was backed up. I guess it's never been backed up by something since like the 40s, but people mostly carried cash.
Yeah.
You know, they had a cash vault.
Something that's not based on electricity.
They were using their bank to store their cash. It's now we're using the bank to store our financial life.
Yeah.
You know, like
There we go. Oh, go ahead.
it's interesting.
This is a call that I got. I'm sorry. I was trying to just, I got a robocall.
Oh, classic.
This is amazing, though. Kinda.
Are you going to play it for us?
Yeah, I'm going to play it for you.
hold on.
Cool.
Hold on, hold on. Okay.
What about... And now a word from your phone.
Oh shit, it's a fucking iPhone, huh? Never
Yeah,
mind.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it doesn't.
I think it has an aux cord.
It doesn't have the port. I'm sorry. Here you go. Hold on.
You would never need the aux cord, Eric. Get into the future.
Well, people who falls for this, by the way.
Message. I need you to get back to me on my department division number that is 469-770-1592. I repeat, 469-770-1592.
Gonna call viewers.
Verify the last 4 digits of your social security number when you call to better assist you with this issue. Now, if I don't hear a call from you, we will have to issue an arrest warrant under your name and get you arrested.
And get you arrested.
As soon as possible. Thank you.
So please
We're
call.
going to put an arrest warrant
Please
out
call
for you.
and give me your social security number, or you will be arrested.
You know what that means? It means you get arrested.
Yeah. Well, what
It means you go to
what's
jail,
sad is like
motherfucker.
a lot of elderly fall for that.
Yes, that's true.
You know, it's not.
IRS will never call you.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes, that's true. They won't.
They will never, ever call you or take a payment over the phone.
Nope.
Never. I got one like just a couple of days ago about...
I get a lot of Asian ones. I could pull some up too, man.
well,
Yeah, I
pretty
get
funny.
Chinese speaking ones and they're like, "Watch this, you do that." I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know what this one says, but it's from an 800 number. Oh,
It's just so funny because it's like the whole the the tone of the whole call too. Hey, please call us back. And it's like, oh, you will go to prison. It's crazy.
You will go to jail and get fucked by some dude. Swears.
If you don't want a penis in your asshole, call me back and give me your social security number.
Some of them have like broken English.
Mm-hmm.
Please make sure that you call Social Security Service. Use number 1888.
This is our criminal episode. Dun, dun, dun.
Let's talk about criminals this week.
Yes.
Like the homeless.
Oh,
There's worse things.
Damn.
That's a reference to a reference.
A past episode? No.
Last episode.
every episode. Every episode.
What have we touched on? Hackers.
Yeah, there's hackers. Everything.
People who, what are the people called that steal packages? They have a fun name.
Do they shouldn't.
Porch Pirates.
Porch Pirates.
Porch
That is a
Pirates.
first fun name. Yeah, that's fun. I can
Because that's
dig
what
that.
they are.
That's a hard life to live though. Fucking.
It is, man.
Yeah, risk it all for like maybe some
Dog food.
dog food or like a 1-year-old's pajamas.
Yeah, because people don't really, I imagine, I don't know. We've had a couple of packages stolen from our porch and stuff.
Don't you have the camera now though?
Yeah, now we got the camera because we had so many packages.
But does the
stolen.
camera actually do anything?
Yeah, other than just record, like it's HD, so you'll be able to see their face. But like, what the fuck am I gonna do with that?
Yeah.
Like with the last couple, like Amazon usually is pretty cool. The last couple packages that we had stolen, we just reported to Amazon. They sent a new one.
Yeah.
But
Put
yeah,
a little smile here on camera and kind of
Emily was waiting for some dresses,
sign.
and the dresses came. They said that they arrived. You know, Amazon even does the picture of the.
Yeah.
And they sent it to you. Like, look, we dropped it off, but there were no packages there. And then we're walking the kid to school, and then fucking she finds like the dresses on the floor, discarded.
What?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Dude, that's people suck. Shame.
Somebody,
Bling.
somebody opened up the box and what the fuck is? I can't sell this, and just threw it on the floor. I had if I was a criminal and I opened up something I couldn't use, I'd probably try to take it back.
I'm sorry about this. This isn't. Well, it's just like we've had like dog toys like stolen. It's like, dude, like, I hope your dog enjoys those.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You
Congratulations.
succeeded at your theft.
Well, I guess the bad thing about it's not bad.
Ooh, it's hazy.
It's interesting. Is
Both of us.
like Amazon
all of
doesn't
us.
really require a direct signature.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Newegg for all my computer stuff. They need a signature.
Yeah.
They ain't leaving my $600 whatever
Yeah.
out there.
That's kind of
in the rain.
I was kind of wondering about DoorDash too, and DoorDash and Uber Eats and stuff like that. The last couple times that they have come to the house, they've had issues like finding the house.
Yeah.
And they're like, you know, I always have to go out and be like, it's right here, it's right here,
Yeah. Fucking right here. And then your
I
food's
figured
cold.
you having a house would
right?
negate
It's
that.
fucking bright ass blue, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's fucking
blue.
blue.
The
Come
number's
check
right
it out.
there.
It's right there. Come see it.
Google takes you
But,
straight there.
They don't like when you get there. They don't ask who you are or check your ID or anything. They just come and hand you the food and leave.
Yeah.
So how many people are getting like free food? Just like,
Yeah.
oh, it showed up. I'll take that. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I've
it's
noticed.
Well,
it's all in
people
the
have
body language.
people have come down my driveway. It's like, did you guys order food? I was like, no. What address are you looking for?
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, we're looking for this address. It's like, oh, that's probably right down the block, the next
Yeah.
block over.
weird. You could have easily said yes, and they probably would have given.
Oh
you
yeah,
food.
absolutely.
No questions
But-
asked.
Yeah, if you're quick-witted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, it's me. I'll take whatever.
Well, it's not
And
even
usually
quick
they-
wit. It's like, oh yeah, fucking yeah, order food. It's just, you know,
Right.
So many different.
someone
ways to be
wanted that
criminal.
food and they ordered it. I'm not gonna take it from
Yeah.
them.
But it's also kind of in body language because I walk around the apartment for that and like they can tell because I like look at them and I'm like holding a phone and I like try and just signal to them that I am waiting for some kind of food or waiting for something and I have a phone in my hand.
Well,
So
actually,
then they'll be like, "You waiting for food?" But here's the thing: they say Vanessa, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Right.
yeah,
That's me, Vanessa."
Vanessa.
yeah, I'm Vanessa.
And they're
motherfucker.
like, "Here you go." So
Yeah.
even if they,
Yeah.
what bothers me is when they say the name to you. It's
Yeah.
like, well, that you just negated all of that security there.
Yeah.
You just say, what was the name on that? And then I can be like, oh, John or Vanessa.
yeah.
Just add that
Ask you,
security
yeah.
to there.
Well,
Don't be like,
fucking
Karen? Yeah, that's me.
Last night
right
we
there.
did takeout
Yeah.
And Mary actually went to get it. And one thing I don't really care for Uber Eats or DoorDash is the limited menu.
Yeah.
You know, but so Mary actually went and got takeout and she picked it up herself.
Cool.
And she's like, man, I need to start doing this more because I just saved like $30.
For sure.
You
You're
know?
paying for all those service fees and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
And
It
tips
marks it
and
up
all
a
that stuff.
lot.
Yeah.
Marks it up a lot.
It's like, damn, dude.
I use it when I'm really drunk.
Yeah. Plus, the last couple times they've gotten the order wrong. Emily and I do these pie shakes every now and again.
Mhm.
It's fucking delicious. Sounds
From
weird. From Sherry's.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm like a first timer to Sherry's. There was one in California right next to my house.
Dude, I fucking love shit.
Yeah, they're pretty famous for their pies. And they were describing like a pie to us, but like they grind it up into a milkshake. And I'm like, that sounds fucking disgusting. I'm like, I don't know if I'll like that.
Yeah.
Right. And then they did it with the ice cream and the thing. And it fucking changed my life. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, this is good.
Dude, Sherry's is a
Anyway.
gift.
This is why I have titties, because pie shakes.
And it's 24 hours.
And it's 24 hours. Pie shakes are fabulous.
It's like the fancy Denny, fancy Denny's.
It's a fancy.
It is a
Denny's, yeah.
fancy Denny's.
Yeah.
Unless you go at like 3 a.m., then it's just
It's the food's
the
still
Denny's.
fancier.
Kids eat free on Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking,
It's just they're all drunk guys like myself. So I guess it has its place because I was
It really
drunk
does,
there.
man.
It's nice. They even serve. I don't know if Denny's serves mimosas. Fucking Sherry serves mimosas.
Dude, and loaded hash browns.
Loaded hash browns are
Mm.
good.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't really care for loaded hash browns too
You
much.
don't like it too much?
No, I like the pure flavor of a good hash brown. I mean, if they're shitty hash browns, yeah, then load them up.
I just love those green onions, the sour cream.
The thing is, man, like I'm one of those cooks that if you make something good enough, you shouldn't need to put other shit on it.
So you're saying like you're a hash brown purist.
I'm a food purist, man.
Okay.
Like I can make you a steak that doesn't need fucking steak sauce.
That's true.
You know, like I make hash browns that don't need fucking ketchup or loaded.
This guy showed up
But
at my
sometimes
house.
you need pizzazz. You need some.
This guy showed up at
like-
my house to fucking make hamburgers, and I'm like bringing out all these seasonings, and he's just like, salt and pepper, man. Salt and pepper. That's it. And I'm like, what?
Did you like
I'm like,
push the
"What?"
spatula down on the patty and was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I'm like, what are you talking about? You're playing God now.
And then what happened?
And it was like one of the most delicious burgers I ever had. It was so good. Yeah. This guy knows his craft. He studied.
I've studied for a long time, man. I love making food.
That's the last time I ever questioned him on food. Last time.
I don't make beef very well.
I'm like, I'm just gonna sneak in some garlic salt, some garlic powder in there.
Start
He's
smacking
like,
your hand.
What the hell?
Get the fuck out of here.
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. Actually, that's like, dude, see, that's what I
was
love
like-
about cooking.
I read one time that you put an egg in it to make it like stick. And I'm like, oh, maybe throw some salt in it. And John was like, "Are you gonna make a fucking meatloaf, man?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess
I
you're
did say
right."
that.
Yeah, just-
Put a meatloaf in between two buns. That's
I
what
was
you're
like,
gonna
"I
do?
guess you're right, John."
You're right. I'm not making a meatloaf right now. I'm making a cheeseburger.
We need to have a live episode of making burgers
For sure.
so people can understand how to make a burger.
Well, people need
Because
to
less
know-
is more. So like,
Correct. People
even
need to
if
know the sandwich game is real.
Yeah.
yeah, it's an art.
I'm a fucking
And a
dude. I'm a
science.
burger purist, man.
Burgers are good.
They are, man.
They're
Burgers
good,
are
especially
good.
John Man's burgers. I'll tell you what, they're pretty fucking amazing, man. Tasty.
So okay, so I don't know how you guys like your. I hate to say this because I go to other people's houses and eat, right?
Yeah.
And usually, like if I go to someone's house and they're making steaks, I don't eat it.
No.
No.
This is a good question, actually. As somebody who is as educated on food as you are, going to another person's house, do you feel like a little Gordon Ramsay-ish a little bit? Just like,
I feel like an
Shit.
asshole sometimes, but I play it off pretty well to where like
Yeah.
they don't know what I'm doing. So I'm sorry because I will probably go to your guys' house,
yeah.
like and eat food, and this is. I'm sorry. All right, this is just who I am.
No, tell it.
Like
tell it, man.
if I go to someone's house and they're making like just like sirloin steaks or whatever type of steaks they have, I probably won't eat it
yeah.
because it's probably overcooked and it's probably not that good. I will eat all your sides, but I won't eat the steak. Like I will not grab a steak because I will take 2 bites out of it and probably not finish it at all.
You're like, I don't want to waste the steak. I know I'm not
Yeah,
gonna like
I don't
it.
ever-
someone will eat it.
I saw what you did to it.
You shouldn't
Yeah. I
make
saw how you
steak
butchered
unless
the
you're
steak.
like very confident with the steak, especially that's
Yeah, okay,
such an art.
says every single man ever, and then every single man fucking overcooks
No.
the steak.
people come over to my house. It's like, dude, get ready for tacos.
Yeah, you see tacos, it's not a steak.
Yeah, like if it's some.
Are
kind
you
of
saying right now
tender meat,
if I went to your house right now and you cooked everyone's steaks, how would it turn out?
awful?
That's why I don't eat it.
No, that's what I'm saying is like you shouldn't be making steak.
But there's a stigma
I'm
with
not
men
going
in
to
their
make
barbecue saying, "Oh, I'm gonna make steak." No, you
That's
shouldn't
true.
make steak because you probably fucking suck at cooking steak.
Plus, everyone likes steak differently too.
You
Plus,
shouldn't.
you're not like a cook, so yeah.
You know,
I agree with you. Like
that's
it's an
why I
art
don't-
and very difficult.
that's why I
to
don't
do.
eat steak at other people's house because I don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah,
You know, like I don't want to throw away a whole piece of steak. Someone might eat this just to
Yeah.
be nice, but I'm not going to.
That's true.
kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah,
Let him have his own shitty steak for leftovers.
exactly. You know, but you know, like
Make some hot dogs.
I find it really interesting that like so many men out there is like, I'll take over the barbecue. This is my domain, right?
Yeah.
And then you get shitty food. It's like, well, your domain needs some fucking work.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you need to take a class.
You need to work on that.
Fucking A.
That would be cool, like a community college steak cooking class.
It's called
Like-
culinary school.
Oh, like like how
If you
there's
don't know how to
wine and
cook,
painting.
you know,
and
I
stuff.
bet you if you don't know how to cook steak, you probably don't know how to cook an egg either.
Cook an egg.
Yeah.
I'm
All right,
good.
now you're getting just so
No,
uppity
personally.
right now.
No, I am not because if you
Yeah.
can't cook an egg, you can't cook anything else. If you can't cook steak, you should, because I tempt eggs just like rare, mid-rare, well done, medium
It's
well.
true.
There is 4 different ways to cook a fried egg, like 4 different temperatures.
Okay.
I can do an over easy egg or an over medium egg till the cows come home. I haven't mastered the art of the scrambled egg yet. And
Yeah.
what makes it like, you know, sometimes you
makes
go
it
to like
fluffy?
a nice restaurant,
Yeah,
be fluffy and everything. Like I've tried adding half and half and stuff to that shit.
No, I don't even think
Look at
restaurant scrambled eggs are rubbery and
Yeah.
not very good.
They're usually made pretty quickly.
Some places have good scrambled eggs.
Some
right?
places do. You're right. Sorry, I am like,
Yeah, he's up here right now. He's up here. I'm dealing with right here, and he's up here. But now, yeah, it's hard. I can't do a good scrambled egg. Oh, here's another thing too: steak and eggs, right? Delicious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love steak and eggs. I also do like enchiladas with an egg on it.
Mm-hmm.
I was always told that this was like an El Paso thing. Is that true?
Enchiladas with egg on it.
Yeah, just like
Oh yeah, my mom would
adding egg
always
to, like,
add
everything. Pretty much.
sunny side up egg.
Yeah.
Right on top of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like an El
Is that an El
Paso
Paso thing? Because
what I was always
my
told.
parents always ate those.
Oh,
actually.
really? So it must be that.
Throw an egg right on.
I put eggs on everything. Like the other day, I had mashed potatoes left over. I fucking heated
Threw
up
an
the
egg
mashed
on it?
potatoes and threw on 2.
I throw an egg.
Eggs.
I throw eggs in ramen. It's delicious.
Yeah, me too. All right, so
Egg in a burger too.
what do you guys think of an over easy egg? What is an over easy egg?
Yolky. Pretty
Yolky.
yolky.
So over easy would be more runny than anything else. Yeah.
All
I
right,
want to open up the middle and
and what?
I want liquid.
I want liquid. I want it.
I don't want it to just be a
flow.
chunk of yolk.
You know, still, it's still cooked where it's not like, you know, sometimes you'll get served an over easy egg someplace or at a friend's house with like little jelly, like a little gelatin. It's still like a cooked egg. but just
With the egg
yolk.
whites are still a little.
Yeah, where there's still like
that
a
is
bit.
over easy.
Yeah. Okay. Is that what over easy
Yep.
is? Okay.
Over medium is where all the eggs are cooked, all the egg whites are cooked, and the yolk is still perfectly
Oh,
fine.
so then maybe I got to order over medium.
Yeah, the top is still kind of glistening.
Yeah.
Not
So over
super
easy,
hard.
some of the whites are still uncooked.
Okay. So I don't like that. I like over medium though.
Over medium.
If it's with something, the over easy is what it is. What it's all about.
And then there's this in
If it's
between.
just lonely egg, I need it cooked a little bit more. I don't want it so gooey.
Agreed.
Over medium.
And then there's
or scrambled.
the over hard, which is everything's cooked.
Yeah.
That's not even so bad sometimes.
No.
Sometimes I like that. Yeah.
The thing is, when you guys cook eggs, is there brown on the white?
No.
No? So
No.
it's perfectly
Unless
white?
I cooked
It's
bacon.
still white.
Like
When I
perfectly
cook it,
white?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, good.
Unless I cook bacon on the pan.
Yeah.
Throw some bacon flavor on there. I'll do that. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
I don't use.
I'll
any
cook some
oils.
bacon,
I'll just
empty it.
straight up use butter.
Yeah, butter.
Hence
Butter's
these in
good.
there, yeah.
Well, it depends on what temp you're cooking at it. Because
Sure.
butter burns,
Yeah.
which makes the egg whites burn.
Yeah.
Do you ever
We'll
put
make them brown.
chorizo with egg?
Fuck yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Chorizo with egg and potatoes.
Oh yeah, that's good shit right there. That makes for a good burrito.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, dude, that's
Jesus
protein
Christ.
right there.
Always comes back to food around this motherfucker. Every time I
That's some working
every
food.
time I haven't had breakfast, talk about food all the time.
I know. Well, I don't know, man. Like sometimes I hate being a food snob. Like I will eat anything, like except for your dried ass steak. Like everything else I'll practically eat.
What made you a foodie?
I'm never serving John Man steak, by the way. Now when he comes out,
Your carne asada was great.
The steak, yeah. Oh, carne. I'll cook carne till the fucking cows come home, baby.
Yeah.
That's the Spanish.
Carne asada.
Yeah, dude, the carne asada you made for us at last time you made it was great. I don't know. Well, so what made
become one? Like your
just
mom?
like okay. So at a very young age, like one of my favorite memories of me and my dad. Right, he worked at a restaurant. And I went in there at like 5, 6 years old and he let me flip burgers. Like he's like, all right, so this is what you do. You put the patty, you go like this, you put a little seasoning salt on it or seasoning, whatever, and you put it on the grill. So he let me cook the burgers, right? So, and I loved that. I was like, this is fucking awesome, right? Ever since then, like, my dad was like, oh, this is how you make a perfect egg. So like I was cooking probably younger than most kids would cook. So I'd always want to, in the morning, I would want to make my dad the perfect egg and be like, it's good, but there's a little something here, or there's too much butter or there's too much salt. So like I spent like a year crafting the perfect egg for my dad.
Dang.
Of course he always ate it.
Yeah.
Right. And so like for like a year, I'd make him eggs at like every morning or every other morning or whatever. And then like I wanted to make him a perfect egg. So
You're like that kid in Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah.
Always making him eggs and he's like, it's burned.
I wish my kids would make me fucking eggs.
Your eggs suck.
So and then it's just like from there, it's like I would go to a restaurant and let's say I really liked the dish. I'd try to recreate it. And then I found out that my dish was better, or I'd tweak it or I spend years, like I spent a year straight perfecting the cheeseburger.
Well, I like this story a lot because it's like your dad made a great cheeseburger.
My dad made a great cheeseburger.
And
have you ever had my dad's cheeseburgers?
I never have.
Yeah.
And you went out to defeat your father.
Yeah.
The student becomes the teacher.
Yeah.
And cheeseburgers. That's a great story, man.
Yeah. So I guess I'll tell it. Is
Yeah,
that is that cool? So
Yeah.
my dad, one of my best memories is eating my dad's cheeseburgers. Everybody, my whole fucking family, you could ask them. Steve's cheeseburgers are amazing, right? So a few years ago, like I was okay at making cheeseburgers, but I wanted to perfect it. I went through different meat grinds, different meat weights, different like seasonings, all this stuff to perfect a cheeseburger, right? Buns and everything. And I know I got there when like a year ago, like I made a cheeseburger for my dad. He's like, you've taken over the mantle,
Damn.
And then like now everyone's like John's cheeseburgers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't talk about Steve's cheeseburgers. They talk about, my dad, he's like, you have it. It's yours, But I wanted to make a perfect cheeseburger and I feel like I made it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I wish I could tell you guys what's entails it, but you can't give away a family secret, man.
No.
There might be a John Man or a John Sandwich restaurant one day.
There could be. There will be.
There will be.
There will be. The John Sandwich Restaurant.
And then you all can have it one day. We'll see.
And it's crazy. So my dad was
Like, subscribe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
yeah. So my dad was like known for his cheeseburgers. Now I'm known for the cheeseburgers.
Yeah, it's
You
awesome,
know?
dude.
It's,
awesome.
it's like a cool. It's like exactly the student becoming the teacher.
Yeah.
And like, it's not really that big of a deal, but it's something I know my dad's proud of.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah. Means a lot you can win a lot of hearts making a fantastic cheeseburger. Like that's a good life skill.
But I do that with
If
all my food.
anything,
Like I will make a chicken noodle soup, and then like I will keep making chicken noodle soup until I perfect a recipe. Until it's like that is 100% how chicken noodle soup should like taste.
So if we saw a graph of your culinary skills, what would be the lowest? Like fish that you would something you would willing to expand on more, that you want to expand on, that you just haven't touched yet? Maybe oysters. Eric loves oysters. I know that's an art to creating.
I would say like my like if you were going to compare me with like culinary like chefs, like super professionals, I would say my presentation is probably not as refined as theirs.
I don't know.
Like you don't get the perfectly 1/8 quarter slice.
Yeah.
Whatever.
John Man made me some last podcast after you left. He made me some ramen. That was pretty good. It was pretty.
All from scratch, by the way.
All from scratch.
Like I used bone broth.
And
Like I made that was an 8-hour broth.
it almost looked too good to even eat. The bowl that he served me was amazing. I was like, I just want to stare at this. It's like, this is art, is what you just served. You served me art in a bowl.
I would say there's
It'll be
nothing
home
like
style.
I don't have a weakness except for. Well, I'm sure I have a weakness. I just haven't found it yet.
Right on.
You know, I'm not very good at the presentation. I guess. You know, like I give
and
people
that's something
big
I don't really
portions.
give a shit about, especially for like a burger or something.
I'm also one of those people, like, I never
good.
let people, like, if I'm hosting a dinner, I never let people leave hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they leave hungry, it's because they didn't eat. It's not because of lack of food.
Yeah.
Like, I'm one of those over food preparers. I will prepare too much food just to make sure everyone leaves my house, like, fat. Like, I want everyone, if they come to my house for dinner, they are going to eat dinner, unless they don't want to, and be full and be content. Like,
So what are you doing Thanksgiving?
making dinner, getting full. You guys are more welcome to come over. Yeah.
Yeah, we
I don't know what we're doing for Thanksgiving, so
just might have a Thanksgiving podcast.
You guys are more than welcome to come over. Like,
it'll be fun.
is that one of those? Does this drive you guys nuts? Like when you go to someone's house and you almost feel like you have to ration the food, like at a dinner party. Like if someone invites you over for dinner and like there's kids and like it's just like kind of like a party, not so much of a dinner party, but come over for dinner. We'll have a great time. You know, there's a bunch of people come over. Doesn't it? It annoys me when I feel like I have to ration my own food. It's like there's not enough food for everybody.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you have
yes,
to get like don't get too much mashed potatoes.
Yeah. You know.
You're gonna be
Yeah, I feel that.
the kids aren't gonna have any, or grandma's not gonna be able to have any mashed
Yeah.
potatoes. if I take too
These are
much.
gonna be gone in 5 minutes.
Or when you go to a place and you really don't like the food that they're serving there, and then you have to go throw your plate away, but there's still like a lot of food on there, so you have to put it face down so they can't see it.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
So nobody could see what you disposed of.
Yeah. Well, that's why a lot of the times, like I just choose to cook for everybody.
Yeah.
Like that's my thing. I'll cook. You want me to cook? I'll do it. You know.
Yeah, I invited John Man over for a barbecue for hamburgers. He ended up pretty much cooking the whole fucking thing. He was like, "No, I want to eat. I'm hungry." So
I'm hungry.
As you were making it, was he doing that chest thing where like every time you moved, he was like,
I'm hungry.
"I'm sorry, John."
I'm pretty sure that you asked me to cook it.
I did. I love John's cheeseburgers. They're amazing.
You're good.
That is one of the things. I will
bread.
fucking push anybody aside and be like, you know what? No.
I like what you do with
Don't
the
hurt
buns.
yourself.
It's always so toasty and buttery. And that's what I enjoy almost as much as any meat is like how delicious the bread is. And
Yeah.
Like
Well, the
a
thing is,
crunchy, buttery bread is so fucking good.
any type of food that you make, any dish that you make, it is a dish that is made to be accompanied by like whatever else you put on the plate.
Yeah.
So everything has to go together. Like the bun has to go great with the cheeseburger, or if like you're making a chicken, it has to go great with the pasta, it has to go great with the veggie or whatever other side dish. You know,
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that plan like the main dish and then the side dishes that have to go with it.
Yeah.
Because you know you don't want anything clashing. You know, you want everything to accompany each other like perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Or what I like is when restaurants give you like a spicy thing and then like something that like cools your mouth.
Yeah,
too, like something that kind of
cucumbers,
offset
whatever.
it. Yeah. Cooking is an art in like every way. The more you know about it, the less you know.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man.
Like the deeper you get into it, the more complicated it becomes.
Absolutely, man. That's why I love it, because there's just so much.
Did you see that Hot Wings episode or Hot Ones episode with Gordon Ramsay?
I haven't seen that one yet. No.
Dude cannot take even a hint of spice.
Really?
Like anything over like the level 4 that they had, he was dying. He was destroyed.
I can see that.
Yeah, he's used to like the very subtle.
Well, no, that's when like
And he's
if
English.
you're like I don't want to like offend anybody, but if you're like a good chef, like
Not using that.
you don't overextend your heat just to be hot. Like that's why would you eat wings just for them to be hot? There's no flavor. It's just fucking hot.
Yeah.
You know, like to me that's pointless. If I want a little bit of heat, I want the heat to really accompany the flavor that's going with.
Yes.
Like I don't want to eat something just because it's fucking hot. I don't want a little fucking piece of pretzel with a hot piece of fucking sauce on it just because it's hot, you know?
Right.
Yeah, you want some flavor to that shit.
I want flavor. And I understand like why Gordon Ramsay couldn't go over 4 because it's like, well, he's not eating shit just because it's fucking hot. He's making food with a little bit of heat to accompany the dish, not just because it's fucking hot.
Yeah. Over a certain amount, it becomes excessive, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I always get the hottest dry rub Buffalo Wild Wings has just because it's good. Like it's hot, but it's not too hot. Well, the heat just adds to the flavor. Like it's just a zing to me. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people like Vanessa can't even like taste it even a little bit, but my heat tolerance has just slowly raised that like if I just want a little zing in there, I have to go for the desert heat level 10 thing with the dry rub. When it comes to the liquid stuff, the super hot stuff fucking burns. Like I'm not at that level, but
it just
I do understand when your heat tolerance is all the way up here, you got to use something that's really fucking hot just to give you that like little zing
to make you feel alive.
Yeah.
So like, are you guys the type that could pick out flavors in like whatever you're eating? Like, okay, they use
sometimes
this.
If I'm familiar with it.
Every now and again, yes.
Like
basil for sure.
Yeah.
Cucumber usually.
I'm pretty good with seasonings, I think.
Yeah.
Cilantro for sure, because it's just like right in your fucking face. Yeah, I guess so. Spices probably not that much.
Yeah.
Like I'd just be like a southwestern spice or something, but that's always stuff that's
It's
a bunch of blends of other stuff.
Yeah.
Wine,
I can never
sometimes.
pick that out.
I had my cousin out last week. That's what I was doing this past weekend when you're in Leavenworth. Yeah. I was entertaining my cousin out.
I'm a little bummed out he wasn't able to get on the pod. By the way,
I know. I was trying to get him on, but I ended up having to work most of the time, so we didn't really get to go out much. But we did sneak out on Friday, I think, just for like lunchtime and stuff. And I took him out to, I think, went to the Commons in Woodinville. And then I forget what winery we went to. We did went to one winery. We did the tastings.
Oh, nice.
And I fucking like every now and again I can pick out a piece, but like my girlfriend's obviously pretty like well versed in it, and even he was too. Where they're like, where they were doing tastings, and like the guy was like, "Well, what do you taste in there?" And they're like picking it out, and they're like, "Yeah," and like I couldn't do what they were doing. I was like, I don't taste chestnut in here. What are you guys talking about?
Your palate is not
not as sophisticated as theirs were.
Well, you also are a beer drinker.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I think beer drinkers look for different things than wine drinkers.
And it was good. I was like, oh my God, this wine's great. And like, there was one that definitely had a smoky flavor to it. And I'm like, oh, this is pretty smoky. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, good. Oh, I got one. Yeah. I have a really sensitive palate to wines though. Like I could definitely taste like the tannins and like the sulfates in it. Yeah. So,
and that really bothers me with wine because I feel like it takes away like all the flavor. You know, like what people would enjoy, because some people have like not as they're not as like their palate doesn't sense like the sulfates as much.
Yeah.
No, because my grandpa owns a winery and he was telling me why like I don't like wines that much is because like I am super sensitive to the sulfates.
Yeah, me too. Like I'm not really big on the reds, like when it's got that heavy sulfate taste. Yeah.
And I guess I have more beer. Like this is this is not the last of it. So yeah, my grandpa was just like, you know, you're just really sensitive in it, and I think the sulfate's really rude. Like I feel like I'm eating matches. You know, I could taste it. It's like, I just huffed fucking matches. You know, burnt matches.
Yeah.
Smoky flavor.
That earthy taste too. You find it most with reds and stuff. I found over the summer I got more into whites and just stuff that's a little
more fruity and sweet.
Yeah, a little smoother on the way down. I can't do a glass of like fucking heavy sulfatey red wine on a hot day. Like, that just ain't happening.
I did find out since now that like obviously I cook, but now I'm doing more of a cooking and pairing with wine. I feel like if I pair the right wines with like my steak dinner or my fish that I'm making, like it does pair well. Like and I like the wine in that setting. Oh yeah, you take your bite of meat and then you wash it down with like, you know, a sip of wine. and it's really good.
Yeah.
But also with me with wine, it's like, and I know this podcast and the listeners already know this, I'm a chugger. Wine is a sipping man's drink or sipping woman's drink.
For sure.
You sip it, you roll it around your tongue. It's kind of like whiskey. You roll it around your tongue. You want to feel all the notes and stuff. I am a take a drink.
Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm drunk.
And drink it.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even drunk. I do that with coffee. I do that with water. I do that with milk. With like when I used to drink soda, it was soda. I'm going to take a big swig and drink it. Like I'm not a roll around the tongue type.
Yeah.
So I think that's a lot of why I don't like wines, because I just want to take it.
Get in me.
Yeah.
When I was like 19, I went to this super nice steak place called Cattleman's in Texas. You talk
like
about it in El
classic
Paso,
steak
and they're like,
restaurant.
ooh,
Yeah, it does. Like Cattleman's.
Cattleman's.
Yep.
it has an actual like farm out behind it, that
As
has
it should.
ostriches,
Yeah. As it
and,
should.
like, cows and rattlesnakes and stuff, and like man-made lake. But anyway, I had I was told was an extra dry red wine with my steak, and it was so fucking good together. And I asked for another glass from my mom, like, give me another glass, please, because it was so good, and I've been chasing that high ever since. I've never tasted wine and steak. It's never been so good together. Like, and I've tried to just drink dry red wine after that.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't good. But with that steak, it was just so perfect, and it was recommended by the waiter. Maybe it was just a placebo or something, but
when they throw out
goddamn, it
pairings
was
like good.
that,
I feel like they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Should probably heed their advice.
yeah, it was amazing. And I never drank red wine before that.
Nothing better.
It was
than
great.
Than a fucking juicy steak and a glass of wine. Apparently. Good lord. Good lord, that's some good eating.
Yeah, if you're ever in the El Paso area, try out Cattleman's or Edge of Texas
Nice.
or Double Eagle. That's in New Mexico, but also very nice. Those are all great stuff. Good Southwest. If you're like driving from California to Texas or Texas to California, stop there.
Yeah.
You're going to have some good eats.
Yummy.
And they're all, of course, paired with like mashed potatoes and all that. Oh my God. Yeah.
We're going out to eat tonight. I don't know to where. It's one of Emily's friends' birthday, so she's having like a little bash. I think she rented out like a bar or something to go have some cocktails then.
That Emily has a lot of
Right.
friends.
She's got a lot of fancy friends. And I believe there'll be some eateries. Tomorrow they're actually going to, and I was invited, but I don't know if I can because it's Sunday night. Kids got to get to school and stuff. Got to get people down for bed, but they're going to a gay burlesque show.
Oh, I've been to those.
Yeah. Have you been to one?
Yeah.
I haven't been to one. I am friggin'.
They're pretty fun.
Was John Man in the band then? No, he wasn't. There was a point where I was in another band before John Man where we aligned ourselves with a burlesque troupe where we played like a couple of shows with them and stuff. It was actually pretty cool.
Nice.
It was tight where they do their whole burlesque show and then we'd come on and we'd play a couple songs. And then, leave and then they'd do more burlesque stuff. It's pretty cool. We did that for
Doing some banter.
Yeah, did that for a couple shows and stuff. Worked out pretty well.
Sounds fun. Those burlesque shows, gay or not, fucking fun.
Mm-hmm. Dang, you do have a lot of beer.
You were not joking. Oh, should we start thinking about cutting this one off?
Times.
That's what I was thinking.
Should Vince McMahon run for president? Probably not.
You know what? Maybe we should talk about that next podcast.
I think maybe we'll get into that. With everything
Next week.
With everything that's happening, I don't know when we want to start getting political, but there's fucking a lot of political shit that happened this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Hong Kong
political shit
stuff.
that happens every week, man.
It's starting to like really get some momentum though. Like a lot of countries are dealing with a lot of protests right now.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case like just a few years ago. Like Argentina, they just burned down an entire it was like the gas and lighting building for like the country or town or something, because
It's almost like people
they
are
were
getting
very
tired
unhappy.
and like not liking tyranny. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Rich people.
I guess
not
tyranny is a
paying
bad thing. I don't know. It's almost like people
You
just want
can't
to live
screw
free and just like want to take care of their families and just live.
And get their fair portion.
Dude, I kind of have like a little bit of gripe with Washington State right now too. I mean,
Okay, we'll get into that next episode.
Yeah.
I almost feel like if every country, Saudi Arabia, every single country had a Disneyland, this world would be a better place. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe that's what's wrong with Washington
That's
State.
what it is.
It doesn't have a
Washington doesn't have
Disneyland. That's why Palestine isn't working out. It's
Yeah.
so dangerous. They just need a Disneyland.
They need a Disneyland to come in there and shake things up.
And on that note, thank you all for watching the John Sandwich Show.
Yes, sir.
See us next week.
So, don't forget, follow us on Twitter at the John Sandwich 2.
I have a Twitch account, twitch.tv/thirstyuw. You will see my picture, but thirsty is spelled with a U, not an I.
And we will put that link in the description on YouTube,
Yes,
not on the actual podcast. So if you're listening, make sure you paid attention to that spelling.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go on the John Sandwich YouTube channel.
Till
Find
next
everything
time.
you need.
Yep.
All right.
Next time I got John here, John to the left of me, John to the right of me.
And this is Eric.
This is me, Rude Dog Giuliani, saying we out.
Later.